Hello, welcome to the Run to Remember Memorial Marathon podcast. This is your host, Kristen Fairs, joined alongside race director Carrie Watkins. This episode, you'll hear from Daniel Pae, Executive Director of the Greater Oklahoma City Asian Chamber of Commerce, Heather Johnston, a Red Coyote pacer, and Angela Muir with Boom Town Creamery is here with a big finish line announcement for runners. The 2025 OKC Memorial Marathon takes place the weekend of April 25th through the 27th. Visit okcmarathon.com and sign up to run, walk, or volunteer. All right, Carrie.
30 days out.
30 days. We're getting close.
Just over. Tell me about how your training's going.
So my training is going well. I'm running the half, and I'm recovering from an injury coming back from 2 years ago. I had hip surgery, and it's been a slow recovery process. I've listened to my doctors. I've done what I'm supposed to do, and it's good that I did that because now I'm seeing the reward.
Feeling good?
Right. Everything's feeling good. I have a goal. My goal is to break 2 hours. So
Wow.
I'm putting that out there.
good.
Like once I've said it, now.
Now you got to do it.
Now I've got to do it. Yeah.
You're in it to win it.
I'm in it to win it and finding things that I'm 2 years older than the last time I trained for anything big. So that's
Well, it's
a
great.
little
It's
different.
great to see you come back, and I want to make sure you've got plenty of nerd clusters for your
Then
training
I love the nerd clusters.
and giving you the first Run This City shirt to wear after you
Wow.
train.
Love it.
So
This is great.
go run this city.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
on
I'm
a roll.
excited. I'm on a roll. I'm excited. I'm excited to be at the finish line. I'm excited to see things along the course. And so to start on the course, we're going to talk to Daniel Pae, who's our first guest. Daniel, you're the new executive director of the Greater Oklahoma City Asian Chamber of Commerce, and you also are an Oklahoma State representative for District 62.
That's right.
West Lawton, correct?
Yes,
Yeah, we're so glad to have you here. And you're running the quarter marathon.
So I'm running the quarter marathon, and I did the relay team about a year ago, so did the
Okay.
5K portion. So
Uh-huh.
decided to challenge myself, and in
Good
fact,
for
I
you.
was running last night in Scissortail Park, just kind of prepping since we're about a month out.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to see what happens.
How's your training going?
We got time, so it's a work in progress.
nerd training.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever
definitely.
tried fueling with nerd clusters?
I have not, but I hope this regimen definitely helps out. between now
Everyone
and
says
next
it
month.
works.
Excellent.
At the very least, it's good. It tastes good.
Yes, that's right.
So the course runs right to the heart of the Asian district in Oklahoma City.
Yes.
Tell us why and how you guys come out and just bring out your culture and share it with so many, and people love running through there.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'm very honored to be taking on the leadership role as Executive Director of the Greater Oklahoma City Asian Chamber. It's been about a couple months now, but I've served for a couple years as a board member, as advocacy chair, and as board secretary. And growing up in Lawton, we did have a relatively diverse community because of our connections with Fort Sill. We are a military town, but there weren't that many Asian Americans compared to the Oklahoma City Metro. And so when I saw that this organization was in the works a few years ago, I was very excited, and I wanted to help out however I could. Did not expect to be the executive director, but you have to answer the call of duty when it comes time. And I'm very excited that this marathon has always been integral when it comes to highlighting the Asian district specifically. The very first time I participated in the relay team back in 2019, my portion was through Classen.
Is that right?
So it was a very long stretch because my
Yes.
first time I hadn't been running that frequently, so I remember it quite well. But it's a really cool opportunity to spotlight the Asian district for sure and highlight our culture, because the Asian community is the fastest growing community in the entire country right now. We need to make sure we're at the table for sure.
And I think that Classen sort of, sometimes the runners kind of
Long.
say like, oh, Classen.
Oh, yeah, that was me my
it's
first
kind of
time,
like the
yeah.
dreaded stretch because it's going to be long, but
Yeah.
you guys have brought so much fun and excitement to it. Tell
Absolutely.
us what you have planned this
yeah,
year.
one, the Asian District Cultural Association, we're going to work with them to make sure our culture is highlighted. And there are a number of businesses as well that people can check out while they're there. But I think it's going to be an excellent, fun time. And API Heritage Month is coming up in May, so right around the corner.
Great.
As well, we'll have some very exciting stuff during that month, too.
So what are you doing to get ready for your run?
For my personal run for the quarter marathon, I would run Scissortail Park up and down as many times as possible. I'll go to other places. I'll continue working out at the gym. I've got good supplement now.
That's
thanks
right.
to you, Carrie.
Very healthy.
Yes, very much appreciate that.
Hey, our doctor recommended him, our medical doctor.
Right.
All right.
Straight from Dr.
Excellent.
Coleman.
Yeah.
Great recommendation then. Yeah.
Well, we're so excited that you're here, but the one thing I would just say is you have added so much to the course, and Kristen's right, it is a long stretch. And I think to have the Asian culture out there and for everyone to enjoy, for many, it's their first time to be exposed to it. And so it does a lot to say kind of how inclusive our community is and how we should continue to be that way.
Absolutely.
And so it's great to have you here. And, you can still get 2 or 3, or you can get 3 other people to join your team, and you guys can still be a team and compete against the governor, which I'm not sure, how you feel about that. But anyway.
We
just
came very
kidding.
close. We had a house relay team last year. We came in second.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we
really?
got very close. And in 2019, we came in first.
Oh, you
So
did?
Wow.
Maybe this year.
that's
we'll see what
awesome.
happens. Yeah.
So this keeps getting asked, and I go, we're going to sign up for the relay. I'm like, well, you're not. There is no relay. We replaced that this year with the quarter marathon.
right.
But there is a competition challenge still available by putting 4 people on a team, which makes then a complete marathon if all 4 run the quarter. Start together. You can finish together if you're all the same speed, or you can finish at different times. Then they add your score together, your times together, and that determines if you beat the governor or not. So we'll talk to the governor in a couple of weeks, but just want to make sure everyone is up to speed since you're running it, you know it.
Yeah.
But we want people to sign up for this. It's going to be a fun run and intense though. But you'll go underneath 6th Street Bridge, which we're in the midst of redoing it, and talks about being the light. And then you go into Automobile Alley, which was our original finish line. So it's a great tip of the hat to those folks who helped us get started. And then you wind through the neighborhoods, come back and join the course and do an incredible finish line, which I know you've experienced before.
Yes. And Carrie, I do want to mention that you came and spoke to my Lowell class not too long ago, and very much appreciate everything you guys do for the memorial. I know we're coming upon the 30-year anniversary of the bombing, and I appreciate the message you brought to our class as far as hope, and the importance of hope. And there's a quote. So my office door, it's got a Ted Lasso believe sign, and it's got a quote saying that hope is the anticipation and expectation that something good will happen. And I think right now in the country there's a lot going on, of course, a lot of reason not to have hope. But what I would submit to folks listening and watching here is that there's always reason to have hope. And I think what you guys do to remember everyone from the bombing and kind of where we've come from since then as a community, as a state, I think it's incredibly important to maintain that message. And so just want to say appreciate
Oh my
what
gosh,
you guys do.
thank you.
Wow, thank
Yeah.
you.
You're inspiring.
That's great.
Well, we're
Thank
excited
you.
to see you along the course
Yep.
and
Right.
to run through the Asian district, and we'll see you at the
Excited for
finish
Classen.
line.
You're going to make people excited for Classen.
Yes, yeah, and I'll keep training between now and then.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Best
Thank
of
you
luck.
so much.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
We're excited to announce that Love's Travel Stops is partnering with the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon as its official volunteer sponsor. Love's honors the resilient spirit of our community and is proud to support the thousands of volunteers who make the marathon possible.
Hi, I'm Jenny Love Meyer with Love's Travel Stops. We're so proud to sponsor the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon this year. This event is more than just a race. It's a powerful symbol of resilience, unity, and remembrance for our community, and it honors the spirit of Oklahoma City. To all runners, walkers, and volunteers, thank you for being a part of this special day, and best of luck to participants as you run to remember.
All right, next up, we are going to talk to Heather Johnston with Red Coyote, coach and pacer, and you're going to tell us about your pacing journey. You're pacing the half marathon.
I am, yes.
Yeah, so you've run the Memorial Marathon a handful of times, correct?
I have. This will be my 6th year, and I've done both the half and the full.
Oh, wow.
You're so good.
So good. Yes, yeah. What keeps you coming back to the race?
I absolutely love the community component of it. It's really, really fun. And this will be my 3rd year getting to pace, and I love being able to give back to the running community that helped me get here. And helping people cross that finish line is really emotional because they are, I like to be the back of the pack is kind of what we talk about, usually around the 3-hour mark, and getting to see people cross it for the very first time. It's just a really cool feeling.
So how did you get into pacing, and kind of tell us about the Pacers and what you all do?
Sure. So when COVID shut down everything, I had to do something outside because I couldn't be cooped up all the time. So
5 years ago this week, I might remind everyone.
Right, crazy.
So I just started running outside and saw this group called Red Coyote and was like, oh, that'll be a neat group to join. And then as I was a part of that, they just really helped me become a better runner. And so I saw that I could coach with them. And then they asked me to coach what the group I was pacing. And so I've just get to come back each year now. And so it's been really neat.
And so, Carrie, Pacers are offered for the half and the full marathon.
Correct.
And then what are the time breakouts? Is it every 5 minutes, every 10-minute kind of finish time?
Well, they have different, let Heather explain
okay.
that, because the Red Coyote has done this for several years, and it's an incredible gift back to the community.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so the pacing is a little different for the half and the full. Okay. So for the half, we have pacers beginning at the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, and then we have them for every 5 minutes
After that.
for that.
Okay.
And all the way up to the 3-hour mark. And then for the full, it starts at the 3.5-hour mark, and then it changes 10 to 15 minutes because the farther you get back, there are fewer people.
Sure.
And so we do that all the way to the 6 hours. So they have pacers up to that
What
point.
are the benefits of running with a pacer?
A pacer can really help you pace your run. So often people start out way too fast and then get really tired. So the pacer can kind of help you stay within that. We're there to chat because we have to run at a pace a little slower than what we would if we weren't. So we're usually quite talkative. We encourage people to engage with the crowd while we're running around. And so that's really helpful.
Engage like in the shots or the
A little bit of all of it,
visitation?
yeah.
Okay.
It's we at the back of the pack we call it our party pace. We're here
Okay.
to enjoy our time, and the other thing is we help remind them also to get water. If you're feeling like you need to take a walk, that's just fine. We do run walks as well. The further you get back in the pack,
Okay.
to help.
So you're
people
keeping
make
an
it
eye
through.
on several dozen, how many people?
Yeah, so it could be anywhere from a couple of people around you, and I think last year at one point we had like 30 or 40. You're like a whole little group.
Wow.
You can encourage people to go faster. That's what we like to do towards the end.
And you got to meet the time cutoff, so you're pushing at
We
Grand
do.
and 63rd.
So we watch our watches a lot to make sure we're within the pace that we have to be there, because we have to stick within 1 minute of whatever our pace is. So this year I'm doing the 2:55, so I have to be as close to that 2:55 mark at the finish line as I possibly can.
How do people find you? Like if you show up at the start and you're saying, I want to run, like for me, for example,
Okay.
I'm hoping to run a 1:55 half.
Oh, awesome. So we have
So
these
what
very
do I
bright
do?
yellow shirts. So we stand out, and then we also have sticks that have the time on them at the very top. And there'll be 2 of us per group. So that way you don't have to carry that stick the whole time. It gets kind of heavy.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Especially
wondered
if it's
about that.
windy.
Do you practice running with that?
No, we don't get to, but thankfully I've paced several other things too. And so having that partner with you is actually helpful to pass that stick off back and forth. So.
Good idea.
Yeah. So you're obviously an accomplished runner. You've run this race several times, and you're a Red Coyote coach along with the
Yes.
pacing that you do. What tips do you have for runners?
Trust your training, and if you've missed a couple of runs, that's okay. It's not going to completely end anything. And then, like, you've already put in all that hours. This is the celebration component of it. You've done the work. Just put one foot in front of the other. Even if it means you're walking at the end, that's okay. Just keep moving forward.
Great advice.
Yeah, that is
And
good
so
advice.
if someone wants to meet a pacer ahead of time, you can do that at the expo, right?
You can. We do have a booth. We're all required to be there at some point during the weekend, but we can introduce you to your group. We can chat how we pace. Everyone's a little bit different. Some people run all the way through. There are groups that do that run walk, and we can introduce you to the others or tell you who you're looking for if they're not working the booth at that time.
Great idea.
Well, I don't know if you use Nerd Clusters, but Dr.
Have you tried them yet?
I have not. I eat gels during mine.
Okay,
Sometimes
well.
it's hard to chew, but I've heard these.
Maybe try it out once.
Yeah.
Try
See-
it out.
See
It's
what
highly
you
recommend.
think.
Comes highly
Absolutely.
recommended from a lot of
And
people.
at the very least, it's fun.
That's right.
You can have some
Yeah.
nerds along your run.
Yes. Candy's
well,
always
well,
good.
Thank you. I mean, it's a big gift to the running
It really
community.
is.
I know it's helpful for people who really are hopeful to meet a time goal. I mean, I
Yes.
know ultimately people want to finish the race, but then as are progressing as a runner, you do start to have time goals.
And so many people are doing this for the first time.
Sure.
And so to
is.
have that someone like that within your vision to help you and
And
push you,
cheering you
wow,
on.
what a gift.
It is.
Getting
yeah.
to push them at the end too, because the ones that are trying to beat that 3-hour mark, you're like, stay ahead of me and you'll make it. And
Yeah.
so it's a really cool thing to be like, just don't get behind me.
And these folks could run their own race at their own
Right.
time, and
Right.
they
They're
choose to give
choosing.
back. So it's
Yeah.
really nice.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
I'm
being
excited.
here.
Thank you.
We'll see you race day.
Thank you.
The half marathon has the highest number of participants of our 6 races. Partnering with us as the half marathon sponsor is one of Oklahoma City's largest employers, Paycom.
I'm Tiffany McGowan, and on behalf of Paycom, we're honored to support this year's Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon. This event is a celebration of life and represents the determination, resilience, and decency that is at the heart of every Oklahoman. As a company with Oklahoma roots, we're inspired by your dedication. It's because of you that this is a run to remember. Best of luck to everyone.
Carrie, I am super excited about our next guest. We have been teasing this for weeks, and we are finally ready to make a big announcement with the founder and CEO of Boom Town Creamery. Angela Muir is here to join us, and
Hey,
we're really
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, our
What a
podcast
gift.
learners, our podcast listeners are going to be the first to hear this news.
This is the news.
Yes.
We are replacing burgers with Boomtown ice cream at the finish line. So as you finish on Sunday, as you cross the finish line and get your medal and your food, you're going to get a scoop of Marathon Magic.
Yeah, Marathon Magic. So we love the community aspect of the race. We love the memorial, and we were so excited to join together and do this collaborative flavor. So this is a brand new flavor
I'm
that
gonna
is
try it
not
out.
currently in the stores. It's called Marathon Magic, and it is a chocolate ice cream, so a chocolate brownie batter ice cream with little candy-colored chocolate pieces in it. So reminiscent of a
Pretty
favorite
good, isn't it?
childhood
It's
treat.
delicious.
So glad you like it.
Yeah.
Debbie's jealous. Little Debbie. Yeah. She's jealous. First of all, it was fun. You guys are great collaborative partners all over the community, and so it was fun to get our turn to
Yeah.
be an ice cream. So tell us about how that all came about and
Yeah, well, I
why
think-
it's important.
Yeah, so our ice cream shop is a community space. When I created Boomtown, one of my things is I don't drink alcohol, but I want to hang out with my friends sometimes late at night and sit somewhere and enjoy something. And I love ice cream. And so for me, I want our spaces, our stores to be a community space where people can come and hang out and enjoy themselves and spend time with each other. So, partnering with the community is really natural. We have done some things we've done a flavor for JB, who's a community activist who runs. I know he's run
Running the
race.
marathon.
Yeah.
He's coming off tour to run.
Yeah. And then
The mayor.
Mayor Holt, we've done a flavor for him. He actually saved a lot of his custom pints. He actually sent me a text about 2 weeks ago. His flavor is like over a year old, and he was like, the last one. I'm eating the last one right now.
Hint,
I was
hint.
like, you are so funny. So when this opportunity came up, we jumped at it. We love the race. It's such a, pivotal, iconic thing here in the city, and especially for the 25th anniversary of the race.
And you have several stores. 23rd is your
Yes.
flagship store,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely. So we have a store in Edmond, kind of downtown Edmondish on 5th Street, and then we have a South OKC at 104th and May, and then we are opening a Skirvin store, so it's inside the Skirvin Hotel
exciting.
in downtown OKC. Should be open a few days after the race.
I
Oh,
know.
that's great.
But here's the deal: it's incredible ice cream as you can.
Yeah, it's
taste.
really good.
If you're running on Sunday, you're going to get a free scoop, but you can also get some in the stores.
Yeah, so the big announcement is that we're doing this collab flavor. So on March 24th, we will have it
Which is
in
a few days
stores.
from now.
Yeah, a few days from now, just a few around the corner. It's going to be this flavor will be in the case for scoops, and then we'll have these limited edition pints in the store. And then It'll probably run out. Our limited flavors last about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how popular they are. But then it will come back for the finishers. So we're really excited to be at the finish line, handing out scoops to all those people who have worked so hard. Man, listening to your other guests, I ran a half marathon about 16 years ago, and I'm like, well, now I want to run.
Yeah,
so
it's contagious.
inspiring.
It is inspiring. You're not from Oklahoma, but
I'm
you've become an
not.
Oklahoman. I love that story. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so my husband took a job here in 2020. We moved here.
It was a great time.
Oh, it was a great time to move to a new place, let me tell you. Yeah, it was a rough move. We loved Kansas City, where we came from. All my kids were born there. I have 4 kids, and so it was a hard move and a hard time to move. And actually the name of the store is called Boom Town because in that first year when I was here, a friend of mine said, you should read this book. And so I read the book by Sam Anderson, Boom Town, and I was just so endeared to this city. All of a sudden, it felt like connection, and I understood the city, and especially the parts about the bombing and the tornadoes. They really hit your heart. You know, you're reading these stories of these people and these experiences. And so when I decided this city needs a really great ice cream shop, and I was thinking of names, that same friend was like, no one's using Boom Town. Boom Town Creamery is pretty cool. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. And so
Sam's come. He's been by there, right?
Yes, yeah. And so when we announced the store and I tagged him in a couple of things on Instagram, and he responded, and it was so cool because when he was in town that first year we were open, he was like, I'm gonna come by and do a book signing. I'm like, absolutely, yes. And it was just kind of a full circle moment to have him in the store and meet him. And he wrote the sweetest thing in my copy of Boom Town. He said it's one of the greatest joys of my life to know there's an ice cream shop named after my book. And I was like,
I love that.
I know, he's so sweet. So anyway, it's just like full circle, but really getting to know the city through reading that book when it didn't feel like home. And then all of a sudden it was like, I just felt so much more endeared to the city and felt like home. And then, of course, the longer you're in a place, the more connections and relationships you have. And Oklahoma City is for sure home for us now.
Yeah,
I love that.
I do.
I love that so many people can move here. It's a fast-growing city.
Right.
Yeah.
Happy to welcome innovative, young, dynamic people who are willing to give back. And
Right.
You're,
Well, and
you're
I
a great
always
example
love
of
to
that.
hear from people. You know, I feel like I feel for so long that Oklahoma City is kind of like a hidden jewel, and then to hear people that come in from the outside and and get that same feeling that I'm like, well, I've known that my whole life.
Right.
But
That's all we've known.
It's
Yeah,
always
for
good
sure.
to.
I mean, and it is, I think a lot of people think of the middle as like the flyover state, right? And then when
Right.
you're actually here and you immerse yourself, it's like, no, we have so much going on, so many cool things, and so many great people.
Yeah.
And now we have Marathon Magic.
Now we have Marathon Magic, and it is
So
delicious.
think about that.
Yeah, really something to
So you guys keep talking. I'm going to eat a little bit here.
Yeah,
But
this is fun.
I'm very excited about this, and it's chocolate-based.
Yeah, so it's a dark chocolate ice cream, but it's a brownie batter ice cream. So it's different than the chocolate that we have in the store. So it tastes a little bit more like a brownie batter. And then we've got those bright colored candy pieces that really are inspired by all of your branding and your logo for
All the different race colors.
the race
kind
colors.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
exactly.
like
So
that.
really bright and fun, something really a fun treat for those racers to get at the end.
Yeah,
of the
I think
race.
people will be really excited about this. It'll be great. You know, runners are always coming off. They're hot. So
Nice
something-
sunshiny day.
Something
Yes.
cold will be really great.
treat.
And you know what?
Really great treat.
Even if it's not super hot, after running that, you're hot and
You're
you
hot,
want-
yeah.
and people love ice cream any time of year. We like to say ice cream is always the answer. That's our
Well,
tagline.
it-
So-
a great-
I
that's a great
mean, You know,
tagline.
I think I said it last week that I really like sweets, so this is right up my alley. Thank you. We
Very
appreciate
good.
it. We're excited
Yeah.
about this collaboration.
We're really happy to.
It's really
So,
exciting. I
thanks
think-
for having me
yeah,
on.
I think people will be really
People are
excited
going to be
about it.
excited. And
Yeah.
if you're listening to the podcast, you have heard about it, so get ready to go to the stores on Monday.
Right. Go get it. Go get yourself a pint.
Yeah.
Marathon
right.
Magic.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right. Well,
That's fun.
it's fun. It's really good.
It is really good. Yeah.
Probably not on your training diet.
Well, you
So
know,
try
I
to
mean,
sneak
when
it
you're
in.
when you're running a lot,
Oh, that's true.
You've got
I don't know
room.
much about that, but it's good to know. If you're on the fence about running, there are deadlines coming up. Don't
Okay.
miss the name on the bib, which is Monday, March 24th.
Mm-hmm.
And then the car is the next day on the 25th.
name on the lead car, and that's a fun one. So the car's down at the expo. Then people can go find your name. You might need to bring a magnifying glass. It's teeny tiny.
It's small, but it's fun.
But it's fun.
And then
it's
that
fun.
car leads the 26-mile
Yeah.
winner, and Dr. Chambers, our chairman, rides in that. Lynn Porter, our GM, rides in that. Lucian, who's been one of our longtime volunteers in communications, he's going to be in the car this year helping us kind of guide and watch for stuff. And then it's just a car full of great folks kind of leading the race out, and it's fun to have your name on it, and you're chasing your name the whole
Yeah.
way.
And then the name on the bib is fun too, because people can see your name, they can call your name as you're running through all the different neighborhoods that we've talked about.
Right.
And then
Whit,
Whit-
our announcer, who's the best.
Oh, he's great.
He'll call you in by your name.
his energy level is unmatched.
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
Hopefully
Anyway,
we can talk to him at the expo.
try to meet those 2 deadlines, because it's kind of a little extra effort if you're kind of like, I don't know, wait. I promise you, it's motivation
it.
to get in
Yeah.
and get with it, and you'll have your name on your bib, your name on the car, and you're all in.
Yeah.
Get ice cream at the end.
And you get some Marathon Magic ice cream
That's
at the
right.
end. And Carrie and I can attest that it's delicious. It's
very good.
It is. Well, that's a wrap for this week's program. Join us every Friday for a new episode. Let us know your questions and tell us your running story at okcmarathon.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. The Memorial Marathon takes place the weekend of April 25th through the 27th. And if you haven't already, sign up today at okcmarathon.com. This is your host, Kristen Fairs. Let's marathon.